Listen up. Be you. You got this. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Keto, Rockstars, stay strong. Be you. Bacon, beef, butter. Keto Rockstars. Keto Rockstars. Keto Rockstars. Keto on, stay strong. Be you. Keto Rockstars.
Buddy, welcome to Sunday Night Live, Keto Rockstars Open Mic Night Live. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm going to post a link to bring people in, but before I do, let's say hi to everybody. We got my good friend Carrie's in the house. Carrie's been a supporter since the beginning. Thank you for tuning in. Juju is here, or Julie, or Jem, whatever you prefer to call her. Amy and friends will be watching. Love and hugs to all. Love you, my dear friend. And she also says, "Ooh, what was that noise? I just got an alert." Cool. Not sure what the alert was for, but I heard a ding. Anyway, Julie also says, "I miss PJ night with Amy and Juliet. Hope again soon. But may I suggest maybe some music?" Yes, I would love to do another pajama party. I know Juliet's been so busy with her family stuff, so I just haven't even brought that up. But maybe that will be something we can do soon. And Lizzie World is in the house. Welcome, Lizzie World. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is so slow. I've got a new software. Hopefully it doesn't give me problems. Lynn22QCat is in the house. Welcome. Brian Dish is in the house. Welcome. Thomas Target Prime Rib is here. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Kelly, Mission Carnivore is in the house. Welcome. Thanks for joining us, Kelly. Let's see. Schmoody, my neighbor's in the house. This is John, everybody. Welcome. Is it lagging? Is it me, or is the stream lagging? Looks like it might be lagging. I hope not. Danny's in the house. Welcome, Danny. Danny in Boston. Thank you for tuning in. Winbrook Acres is in the house. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sandy is here. Hi, Sandy. How are you doing tonight? And Carrie is asking his question, which is a joke. Amy is a rock star, so you can't take her for granted. That's a good one. Thanks so much for your jokes, Carrie. We appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, hey, Donna Ray's in the house. Bacon Runner, welcome. Paul, Defense Whiz, good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. Nikki, Miss Laugh-A-Lot is here. Welcome, Nikki. Thank you. Let's see. North Dakota Carnivore Lance is here. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, it's crackling. I don't know what's going on. I'm fine over here. Is it lagging over here? This software is lagging, and it did on Thursday too. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully it's not too bad. Holly Springer's in the house. Welcome, Holly. Thank you for tuning in. Brian Silver Health Quest is here. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. Jeannie's here. This is Jeannie, everybody. Hi. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Who am I missing? Post in the comments. It's not bad, Lizzie says. It just must be on my screen. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and post the link for the live stream. I can now have up to 10 people on screen. because I've upgraded my software, although I'm not real happy with how things are going right now because it seems to be lagging. We will see. Let's see. This is I think the first time I've done an open panel since I got this new software. So let me post this in the chat. Find my chat first. I don't even know where it is. Let me post this link in the chat. Oh, I guess I'll have to pin it too. Get this over here. Me on screen. Okay, let me message this and I will pin that. Okay. So let me see where I left off here. Hi, Isabel. Glad you could make it. Okay, so this is brand new software. I don't know where you're going to pop in when you show up, but you are all more than welcome to join me on screen. Lizzie says, hair go. Is Rick Iguana Man here? Did I miss Rick? Someone says, hi, Rick. Amy, your hair color is popping. Oh, yeah. It's very red and it's getting very big. Ooh. Jen has joined. Hi, Jen. Okay, let me see how I get her on here. Here we go. Hi, Jen.
Hi,
What are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm waiting on Barbara to come on live.
Waiting. Yeah. Barbara comes on
Oh,
after me. So what are you up to? What are you up to tonight?
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Sure.
Brian's
in the house. Hi, Brian. Diana is here. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Rick is here. Okay, we got to do the. Hold on. We got to do the Rick. We got to play Rick's special duck song. Oh, my live chat. Maybe that's what it is. My live chat isn't on. Let me turn that on. So I should be getting hot chat. Yeah.
Sorry, phone's dead.
It's dead. I think we just lost her. I think her phone just died. Anyone else want to pop in? Angela Mullins is here. Kelly is here. Welcome. I'm trying to use a chat, but there is like a bad delay on the software. Not real impressed with this. Yeah, I just turned a live chat on, Jeannie. See who else is in the house. Juju says, Amy looks like Elaine from Seinfeld. A compliment. I get that a lot, honestly. Quack time. Coach Angela Mullins is in the house. Welcome. She's got to clean up. Yes, Ricky is so ducky, Carrie. You like the twerking duck, Lizzie? Jonathan's in the house. Yes, her phone died. Schmovie says, let's get dangerous. Hi, Rick. Carolina Carnivore's in the house. Welcome. How's everybody doing? What did everybody eat today? Post in the comments what everybody ate. I had some eggs and sausage and bacon for breakfast. Oh, look who's here. Okay, hold on. Wow, this is not going very well with me. Hold on. Paul, I'm going to get you here in just a second. This is so happy with this.
No problem.
Okay, here he is. See there? Hey, Paul, how you doing tonight? Hold on.
Wonderful. I'm just
Paul.
called to congratulate you that you've
Let
been
me see.
that
Add
you've
him
been
to
certified
the
unicorn
scene.
friendly by the World Carnivore Unicorn Society.
Hey, Paul, how you doing tonight?
And I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Good. What you been up to?
I'm now president of the worldwide carnivore unicorn community.
Wow,
And your channel has been certified. Your channel has been friendly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so glad to see you tonight, Paul. You're hilarious. We got a couple more people joining us. We got Kelly, Broken Carnivore, and Jen's back. Hey, Kelly, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. As long as those nasty storms stay to the south, I'll be okay. I don't want to have to go evacuate my home.
Right? Yeah, because you live in in like a mobile type home, right? So every time there's tornado warnings and stuff like that, you have to get into the basement, right?
Correct.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Great. Sorry about that.
I thought you were working tonight, Kelly.
No, I'm just on call if needed. And that's about done. All I got to do is, let's see, 13 hours and 46 more minutes, and I'm off call.
You're getting paid right now?
Oh my gosh. They're like all night.
Yeah, no, only when we get called out, we get the job. But no, that's all I have left is 13 hours after 7 days. So I'll go off call 8 a.m. tomorrow, which pretty much when I wake up, it's pretty much over with.
Wow. I had a friend who got
Tammy.
paid minimum
How you doing
wage
tonight?
to be on call.
I'm
I
good.
won't do that.
I'm good. I just got back from Montello yesterday. Got to see the Healing Humanity documentary and Carrie and Dr. Kitts and the whole team. So that was pretty exciting.
Monte Carlo, isn't that down in Georgia?
Okay, so without
Montello, Wisconsin. So my girlfriend and I went while her husband picked me up, and we went down, picked her up in Merrill, and then shot over to Montello. And I would suggest to anybody that has a chance to get tickets to see that documentary, they need to. They did a very good job. I got to meet Just Jerry, which was exciting. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to see. They're going to be showing it in Kalamazoo, so I'm going to get a chance to see it in Kalamazoo when I go to the meetup there. So I'm excited about that. You're back, Jen. Back.
Yeah, sorry about that. My phone went dead. I'm on Yaya's phone.
So you're on Yaya's phone. Tell Yaya we said hi. We got a few more people in here. Dina Barrett's.
Yaya says hi.
Dina Barrett's in the house. Welcome, Dina. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Who else do we have? So, what's going on in your world, Paul, besides being the president of the Carnivore Unicorn Association?
Just forever zero carb. Doing pretty darn good. I started about 45 days ago. I started the G7 15-day sensor, and it's been working very, very well. And very excited about the upcoming blood work in 8 or 9 weeks. And I went to Walmart and bought the Rely On home test kit, A1C kit, because I don't think I can wait. $17 a test for your A1C. And if you went, of course, you got to go travel to it. Very accurate and very easy to use. Very good instructions. So one of these Sundays, I will prick the finger and get the blood out and do the test, and I'm expecting 5.0 or right about there. Just can't wait for an A1C.
Well,
You gotta know this. You gotta know the results like right now. I get you. I'm right. I'm there with you.
You know, the A1C test, as well as on your CGM, your what they call the GMI, glucose management indicator or something. Those are weighted more towards the front, more towards the last 2 or 3 weeks than a true average. So there is some benefit to an A1C more frequently than 90 days or whatever. And the A1C is a standardized test throughout the world, is based on your red blood cells living 106 days. That's the standard that test is based on.
Okay.
And it wasn't that long ago, it was 1996. The A1C test was not standardized. It was lab dependent. It varied from lab to lab.
mm-hmm.
And so it was, and some world scientific organization standardized it. And the final revamp of that was like in 2003. But wasn't that long ago, we didn't have an A1C. Prior to 96, prior to about 92, it didn't exist. It wasn't standardized until 96.
Oh
So,
well, I didn't know that.
Unfortunately, the progress in diabetes, monitoring, testing, diagnosing, really is a shame to the medical community. I mean, we built a nuclear bomb in 1945. We put a man on the moon without a computer almost, okay? And we can't stop diabetes. That's how addicted we are to sugar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And why do people quit carnivore? Well, you see all the clickbait over and over and over. I quit carnivore. I quit carnivore. I quit carnivore. Well, I don't know where they're getting these people from, because I didn't quit. And probably 95% of the people here didn't quit.
Well,
And
I did fall off for like 30 days, and I could tell the difference. And now I'm back on again. And I told my family I gotta be strict this time, because I can feel the inflammation like nobody's business. The brain fog came back again. I'm like, nope, not doing that again. So, yeah, I don't know why people would, but I know it's easy to do.
Well, it's easy to do, but you have to. It's my testimony to this. The longer you are carnivore, if you do go off the rails, okay, if you go off the wagon, however you want to say it, the harder it is to come back, and the longer it takes to come back, and the more pain you will receive. Every
Right.
time you go off if you've been strict carnivore for 3 years, and you go off for 3, 4, 5 months, coming back will be extremely difficult, very painful. It may take you a year to get over the pain. It's not, once you get there, if you've got any kind of common sense, you'll stay there.
Yeah,
That's just been my experience.
That's what I'm doing now. Hi Thomas. I speak with Thomas. Stress sometimes.
There he is, Thomas.
The the stress kicked me off, and I was like, okay, well, that was a dumb decision, but yeah. So, Thomas, I have to tell you that my friend Amanda is super excited to come on your channel. We were talking about that yesterday when I was with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't connecting Amanda. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm excited to have her on there too. So
she's got an amazing story. And the stuff that she's got. My friend Amanda has hyper Alessandro syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis, and something else I can't remember. And she's been strict carnivore now 3 years, and she's seeing some healing.
Wow.
So yeah, so she's doing very well on it. So she's been my force to keep going. But bacon cheeseburgers.
Amy, how many people can you get on one stream?
she said 10. So she has.
Darn.
We have now 7, so 3 more. So the duck math cometh.
Yes.
So if Grandma's in the chat, she needs to check the email.
I have to say, I haven't seen Grandma yet, although for whatever reason, this computer is running at, and Rick will understand, it's 97% CPU usage. I'm not sure. It might be this new software I'm using. And this is a gaming laptop that I just bought, so I'm really shocked that I'm having issues with it. But, Rick, what are you up to today?
Well, it's kind of a day off, but I was just helping a friend of mine, and I was outside trying to fix the Bobcat, but I can't get the fuses I need, so I went on a bike ride for nothing.
Oh, man.
Oh, that stinks. And I have to admit, Thomas, I have not been watching any of your videos.
I know,
because I know you've been practicing the pacemaker pizza a lot.
Well, I've been.
But I'm scared that if I watch your videos now,
pacemaker pizza quality.
Yeah.
You know, but
it's a tough one.
What was that, Rick?
It's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
It is. You made it very, very challenging. But
I warned you. That's why I told everybody: heart attack chicken, heart attack burger, those are good. The pacemaker pizza, it's rough. That's why I don't make it that often.
Yeah.
You either end up with a pile of whatever, or you end up with a blob.
Well, as long as it's an edible carnivore blob, that's fine.
Oops. Sorry.
There's a lot of techniques to it. It has to be blended just right. It's tough.
Yep. Well,
keeps dropping. Ask you a question, Thomas.
Sure.
Why would anyone put a pacemaker in a pizza?
Well, I didn't create it, so you'd have to ask Rick that question. But
it's so delicious that it's going to give you a heart attack. And you're going to end up having to have a pacemaker.
It's too good to be true. That's what it is.
Yeah, but still, why would anyone put a pacemaker in a pizza?
Because you're going to get a regular heartbeat when you keep trying to make this thing.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Jerry. Hello. Jerry,
yes.
Wonderful live today. Wonderful live today.
Sorry.
Thank you. My addition.
I'm beating up a
Go
dish.
ahead. Go ahead, Jen.
Uh-oh, Jerry's here. Watch out.
No, I'm waiting for you to. No, I'm waiting for Jen. Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to say to Amy that it was this recipe really was very fun, but I am definitely lacking in the technology for sure.
Well, that's okay. You did great. You did great. Except for I don't want to spoil. I don't want to give a spoiler alert. Yeah,
Well, we don't
lives are
want that.
definitely easier, I think. For sure. Just because there's no editing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but there are.
Oh yes, and Ellen's here. So sorry, Ellen, that your car broke down.
Absolutely.
Car breaking down, that's no big deal.
Oh,
They were on their way to Montello when it happened.
My
If
car
you
always
can
Yeah,
fix
breaks
Rick had a
it.
down.
bicycle. So the car
Yes.
broke down. Big deal.
That's what I
Right.
do when I break down. I get on the bike and go to the auto parts.
Ellen was driving from the east side of the state. I was coming from the west side of the state. We were destined to meet in the middle of the state in Montello when all shenanigans broke.
Oh,
The shenanigan broke.
what happened to her car?
The shenanigan.
I don't know. We'll have to see what Ellen says. It's in the shop. It had to get a hook and take it back. I dropped a video because Ellen sent me a video. So I dropped it on a couple of different areas, but I am unable to upload it to my YouTube. I understand that, Ellen, do you have a YouTube channel?
Ellen, post in the comments.
I know there's a bit of a delay, I'm sure.
Oh, there. Cool.
Yeah, there is. And I don't know. Hopefully everybody can hear the stream. For whatever reason, it's really being a resource hog on my computer right now. But Uncle Charlie has a question for Paul. When are you going back on Carnivore Talk on Monday nights?
Never.
Never?
Nope.
What?
I
Never.
only go to
Okay.
3 channels now. Amy, and Bacon Runner. That's it. The only place I go.
Amy, me, and Amy Perrin and Bacon Runner,
Yep.
right?
The only places I go. The only people worthy of catching a unicorn. It takes certain human characteristics
Oh my gosh, I think that's
to catch a unicorn. And I highly prize those characteristics. Those are the people I look for.
And you can't miss them when you catch them, right, Paul?
right.
Yeah, you have to be pure of heart. And that's the first requirement. And I know, I know where I'm welcome and not welcome. And that's all I'll say. I'm being nice.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to
Jerry's
interrupt.
Charlie,
here.
I love you, buddy.
Welcome, Barbara.
Sorry to interrupt, but I better go.
There
My
she is.
phone keeps. I'll see you tonight. Bye,
All
Barbara.
right, Jen.
Bye, then.
See you later. Charge
Bye,
your
guys.
phone. Keep talking,
Okay,
guys. I'm
bye.
gonna be right back. I'm gonna try to restart a service.
Grandma, check your emails. I sent you pictures. Jerry, we forgot to get a picture yesterday. We did the live together, but we forgot to get a picture.
I know. I'll tell you, I did not recognize you because on stage, on screen, Tammy, I think, look older. You look like a young chick in person. I did not recognize you at all. And I also thought you would be taller for some reason. I think everybody is taller than what they appear on the YouTube.
Yeah, nope. I'm only 5'2". It was funny. I recognized her
Okay,
right away.
hold
A lot of people, I had to pull my hair up so that they could see who I was because I always wear it up, and I wore it down to Montello. So even Carrie had a hard time until I pulled my hair up. There's Grandma.
Look
We
who
got a
it
celebrity
is,
here.
everybody. The man. It's the man of the hour. Kurt Meathead is in the house. Welcome, Kurt. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I just stopped in, popped in, hanging with the web right now. But I see you got a live. I wanted to pop in and say, hey, everybody. Gary, thank you for the trip up downstate Wisconsin yesterday. It was fun. I'm glad I didn't have to take any potty breaks, though. You there?
Yeah, we
Yes,
hear you.
I'm just
Kurt, you were
muting
looking
myself
good.
when the
You were
birds
looking
are
good,
very
Kurt.
audible.
Well, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Paul, you should come back to Carnivore Talk. I don't know what happened. You know,
Sorry. No.
I mean, I've watched you on there many times. I wasn't able to
Hey,
join.
let me just say this. It's not a topic of discussion anymore, okay? I won't discuss it. And I'm not coming back, so just not going to happen.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say, put this out there. I wish you'd come back, but you said no. That's cool. Understandable.
Well, everybody has the right to run their channel the way they want to run their channel.
Yeah.
And if I disagree and I decide to vote with my feet, I vote with my feet. And I have voted with my feet. And I've said more than I really should say. And just, you know, there's people out there who have contacted me and told me I just need to go away. Okay.
Ouch.
I'm not needed in the carnivore community. I should just go away. And you'd be surprised who has said that to me. Okay. You'd be shocked. Okay. I was a little shocked. And it's not just one person. It's more than one. And that's fine. I got very thick skin. I grew up tough. And doesn't really bother me. And that's why I follow the unicorn principle. And, you know, and the other thing is just you have to look at the time, you know. I mean, heaven forbid. Some of you people put a lot of time and effort into this whole carnivore thing in your channel. I mean, wow. And what, you know, the greatest thing I've done in the last 60 days is I joined Coach Amy Perrin's coaching group, okay? You know, I am formally diagnosed, I am properly diagnosed, medically diagnosed as I'm a type 2 diabetic that does not make insulin. I'm an insulin dependent type 2 diabetic. I'm just like a type 1 as far as that goes. I just got there in a different way than they got there. And managing that serious of a condition at a very healthy level is very tough. And I have learned so much in that coaching group, okay? And a lot of my progress, I have to take my hat off and say, it's from that. And I'm going to be 70 years old on July 12th. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I plan to be around 5, 10, 15, even 20 years from now. That's my hope, my dream, my goal. And just think ahead to the future. What is 5 years from now going to look like? All the people who are been carnivore a year or 2 or 3 right now are going to be 6, 7, 8 years carnivore. What are we going to be seeing in lab numbers? What are we going to be seeing in maybe new other things conquered? Okay. What happens if a type 1 diabetic somewheres, or more than one type 1 diabetic, is no longer type 1 diabetic and they're on a carnivore diet for ever how many years? That's going to be, you know, it's like a 40-story building and we're on the 4th floor right now.
Well, I don't want to cut you short, Paul. I just, like I said,
Unfortunately, the world's not going to join us. Why? Because of addiction. Carbs are addicting.
I just
and
stopped.
It's much easier to eat the cornflakes. Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
Duck food.
Grandma, did you get my
Kurt?
haven't looked at it yet, but I will because
Oh.
I'm curious on what the pictures are. I
We
heard
lost
that.
Kurt. Thanks for coming on, Kurt. Sorry we lost you. Hi, Grandma.
Can I say one thing?
And I want to
am
say hi
so
to
jealous.
Dan. Yes.
I am so jealous. I see bright sunshine behind Jerry. I see bright light coming through Grandma's window, and I see this sunny glare, and I have this nasty gray. I am so ready for the sun to be back.
Well, I've had quite a few good days of sun, but
Sunny here,
yesterday was
too.
hell. Did you have the bad storm yesterday, Amy? We knocked our power out and everything. We had a bad
No, we're supposed to get them. Yeah.
Oh, cat, quiet.
Okay, so I'm getting reports that the live stream is very broken up. So I'm going to mute myself for a second and check the live stream out. So you guys keep talking.
And I'm going on my cell phone, which is a tiny screen myself, but I do mute myself after I talk.
Well, I am on two different screens, one with the stream and one where I'm on YouTube watching it so I can have the YouTube chat. And I see us as fine.
I'm getting good reception on my cell phone. Everything looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I mean, like I can hear. I'm through Amy. I can hear her lagging, but everybody else is pretty fine. I'm
Yeah.
not noticing any lagging.
I'm not either. And I usually do lag. Yeah, and we have people in, watching that are saying I'm not noticing any lag.
Yeah, it's just me, but I think you guys, when you guys talk, you're fine. So.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta do some schoolwork before I go to Grandma's house. I'll see everybody.
Thanks for coming on, Tammy. We'll see you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
if you guys have a chance to see the Carnivore Healing Humanity, please go see it. It was amazing. Bye, guys.
Some of us
Bye-bye.
will see it in September for sure, if not before. Right, Jerry? You get to see it twice.
Yay, I'm so excited. It's fabulous, you guys. Fabulous. And I went through half of a box of Kleenex, just so you know.
Oh, that means I better bring plenty then.
You better. Yes, ma'am.
I cry on a dime. I cry constantly. I'm reading.
So Carrie says, I have to be strict carnivore, and I was confronted by my pastor and his wife since they think I needed a multivitamin. All I need is more magnesium glycinate and have tools. Yeah. So magnesium is good. Vitamin D, I think, is important. But other than that, I mean, do you guys take any other? Do you guys have an opinion on? I don't think you need to take a bunch of multivitamins, right? I don't think that's necessary, in my
No.
opinion.
Well, I
Like,
think
the only
everyone is
thing-
different. I think everyone's different. Some people need like B12 and stuff like that, but that all comes out of when you have blood work. You'll know if you're low on B12s and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise than that, I just do the
Yeah.
salt and
I don't even know my blood type.
magnesium.
You
don't
never
know?
go to the hospital or doctors.
I haven't been to a
I know
doctor
my
since
blood type.
'96.
Jeez. So how would you know?
I haven't been to a dentist since '86. I'm a terrible.
I would say in the wintertime D3 and K2, but K2 is very important in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
everyone's
I take-
different.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I take 10,000 IU of D3 with K2, and I drop it to 5,000 in the summertime because I am outside more.
Yep, that's what I
And
do too.
I take a magnesium complex, but a lot of times I forget to take it. So I have to remember to take it, but I may not take it every day, just like my blood pressure medicine. And I was like, within probably 2-3 months on carnivore, I I decided I could have just did away with it, but I said, let's just drop it in half. And now I don't hardly take it much now because my goal is to be off of it completely. Um, and it was my choice in 2019 because I wasn't familiar how AFib hereditary. This is before the keto era, the era I'm in now, and so I decided, because is this hereditary? Do I need to have a heart checkup? So I used my dad's heart doctor. And every time I went, it was, I had a good visit. It was every 2 years. Well, the Missouri Heart Center and Boone Hospital had a conflict. So the Missouri Heart Center closed. And I just told my mom, I said, I'm not going to go back because, one, I have to go back through all that stuff. It was my choice and I feel great. I'm like, I'm not going to go check on. And if I know something's not right, I go. It's like, okay, get me to Boone Hospital. Other than that, I feel great. I feel fantastic. I'm just waiting for my heart attack happen.
It's coming.
What I was shown was magnesium oil spray.
Take a moment to say hi to a couple.
Oh, did she just freeze?
Who'd we lose?
Thomas left.
Thomas, come back.
If you're
I want to say hi to Cynthia, Juliet, Carnivore Dan. Carnivore Dan's in the house. Hello, guys. I just want to acknowledge that they're here.
If you're over 50, CoQ10 is important. And if you're wondering why, go ask Ken Berry. Google, search Ken Berry on YouTube. He's got a good thing on that. And if you're taking any prescriptions at all, you should be on CoQ10.
What's a prescription?
Well,
Yeah, ditto.
some
Same
people, there's things some people are doing with things that they need modern drugs for. I mean, it's not a sin.
Mm-hmm.
It could be life sustaining, and sometimes you wind up in a position that maybe wasn't your fault, and I just thank God for one thing every day. I am allergic to statins. So I've never taken a statin on a regular basis, other than my initial trial of 20 days. Thank God I never took a statin. Imagine if I had statins for the last 35 years. What would my health status? What would my health be? I could have real problems. That was just a blessing. You gotta remember, you're a miracle. Everyone here is a miracle. Your family genetics made it this far.
Yeah.
You're a miracle. You're a survivor. A lot of other people didn't make it.
That's true.
That's true.
World War II, my dad crashed in the Atlantic Ocean, North Sea, off of the coast of England. Okay? I was born 11 years later. He survived that crash. I was born. I'm a miracle.
Yeah, and I think Cindy says this might be for Rick, but not everybody lives where biking is an option. We are rural.
Mm-hmm. Well, a good thing is if you're rural, you don't have to drive as much anyway. If I was rural, I probably wouldn't even have to go on a bike. I just go once a week in the van or the truck.
You'd be walking. Yeah, and you'd be walking too.
Well, I mean, when you're rural, you have all you need at home. I mean, think about it. If you're rural, you might have your own power source. You might have solar. You might have wood gas, strawberry poop gas, of course. And then you have your animals, you may have a garden, you'll definitely have a stockpile. If you've got solar power and you've got several freezers, you can buy a whole cow and section it up. And how many weeks, how many months is that going to last?
And when you live out, I grew up rural, and you live differently. You learn to keep a gallon of milk in the freezer. You learn to keep a loaf of bread in the freezer and rotate it. You learn to have extra jugs of water, because if the power goes out, the well don't pump. The creek's a long ways, and you might not want to drink where the cows have peed. And
Well, with our modern technology, you'll never have to go without power. If you got open space and you got sunlight, or if you got debris and you know how to make wood gas, and again, strawberry poop gas, can't go wrong with that. And the more rural you are, the more poop you got.
So Juliet's asking what my background is.
German shepherds.
Right. Right. So Juliet's asking what my background is. I made that with AI. Just something I made with AI and was playing around with. If it's too disturbing with all the people walking around, I can change it. And Smoothie says outside Amy's house. No, my house, it does not look like Nashville outside my house. Contrary to popular belief.
My house looks like Sanford and Son's house.
You know what? Rick, I just watched a video. I think you were showing the kittens, and even though you had a lot of stuff in your yard, it seemed very organized, like very meticulously put and cleaned up.
That's true.
I don't know if you get a lot of weeds in Miami, but it seemed like very well manicured. I don't know.
Yeah, I do keep that stuff trim. Peter was here. He said the same thing. It's organized, but it's full. It's full. He said it was like an old-time general store.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have that rural mindset, even though I grew up in the suburbs. I stockpile when it's available. Saves me a lot of trips. If I need parts, I need a hose for the Bobcat. I walk to my shop. I got 2 fittings, and I got some hose, and I crimp my own hose. That was one trip I didn't have to make. You got to remember, I'm the guy that never calls anybody to do anything. I've never been to a mechanic. I've never had anybody work on my house. I've never electrician, plumber, AC guy, nothing. I do it all myself. So if I live in the country, it's better for me because I have to travel less.
Because you have learned how to figure it out. Okay, and you're probably highly self-educated. My father didn't know anything about a carburetor when he was 20 years old. But if he wanted to get to work, he had to somehow make that car run.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just took my chainsaw apart. The diaphragm was bad. I ordered the parts. I fix everything. Everybody I know, they got to call somebody. Oh, I got problems. And then, I got to get my propane tank filled. I don't have to fill propane ever. Don't need it. I got gas whenever I need it. All I got to do is keep that poop coming in.
Yep. And here, if times get real tough, I have a big source where I work at, and I'll go get me a trailer, and I'll tell my tech, we go do the dog stations, put them in that trailer. I'm going to make me some poop gas.
All you need is some rotten fruit and some grass clippings, and you're good to go.
Well, the way this been going, where I can't mow the yard like I need to, I have plenty of grass clippings.
And then you need one of them IBC tote tanks, the big square ones. Fill it up about maybe quarter of the way. Let that sucker ferment for 2 weeks and start cooking. Just make sure that you got a big enough air reserve. I like to use air mattresses because if you don't, it might build too much pressure and blow the lid off. And make sure that when you light it, you have a backflow preventer. Otherwise, you may blow your poop tank like I did and spray your house with poop.
Oh my God.
Glad you didn't have a video of that, although it's probably a video of that because I have a feeling there would be like some government officials showing up at your house if they saw that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The smell was bad, but good thing I have a water pump and a fire hose. I had the thing hosed down before anybody noticed. There were a lot of flies for a while, though.
We had a guy in the town I lived in. He was bragging to everybody how he was running his diesel vehicle on French fry grease, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had quite the operation at his house. He had a couple 100 gallons of recycled grease that he would use as diesel fuel. And he talked too much. EPA showed up.
Mm-hmm.
He was in violation.
Mm-hmm.
And non-commercial business, you're limited to 50 gallons in that particular state. And they shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to pay. And, they just come in and take the stuff, and then you have to pay the fee to have it hauled off, And, of course, they call their buddy, who's got the business. But he had 2 tanks, and he had a tank of French fry grease and a tank of regular diesel, and he start the car in the regular diesel, and he had a fuel line heater, and he'd heat up the French fry grease and switch over, and
Same thing as my truck.
yeah, see, and you know where there's a lot of diesel fuel up in the air, right?
Up in the air.
Yeah, attached to the telephone pole.
Oh, the transformers.
Yeah, full of diesel.
Yep. You know what I used to make it from was royal palm seeds.
Oh wow!
Things.
Wow.
My friends who used to do tree trimming, they'd hit all those condos. They'd cut tons of those berries. Oh, do you want them? Yeah, I'll take them. I run them through the screw press. 200-300 gallons of oil.
Wow.
And then when the stuff dried out, I use it for wood gas.
There was a guy like 20, 30 years ago in the Midwest. He grew soybeans to make soybean oil with.
Mm-hmm.
Then he powered all his farm machinery on that as diesel fuel.
I don't know why pig farmers don't use poop gas. You can make a lot of gas from that.
Oh man, that there's nothing worse. I grew up in farms, and there's nothing worse. Okay, pig manure is the worst substance there is.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I always thought chicken shit was.
Well, chicken shit's high in it's very high in nitrogen, so it has a very strong ammonia. But pig poop is beyond ammonia. It's beyond that. It's a different kind of stink, and it could be a cold morning with cow poop, didn't bother me, but any type of morning with pig poop, oh my God.
Years ago, I used to have 3 pigs. I did every year, and I just loved it. And I'll never forget one day going out into the pig pen, and they're playful little buggers. And one of them ran between my legs and flipped me right over her back, and I landed head first right in the pig shit.
Oh.
You learn to like it after that, Paul, really.
Well, my dad worked at a dairy, and food would expire, okay? And I can remember when cottage cheese came in a wax paper container. It wasn't plastic. It was a wax paper container.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the old paper milk cartons. Same product. And we would take the whole cardboard box of cottage cheese. We had 24 1-pound containers and just throw it in the pen.
Mm-hmm.
And they would just bust open the box with their foot, and they'd eat the whole thing. The container, the cottage cheese, everything. And, animals will, a cow loves sugar. And their sugar is corn, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I can make a cow do almost anything with corn, okay? They smell that corn, particularly fermented corn. They smell that. They will follow you anywhere.
Ducks
And
love it.
yeah. Oh, we had ducks. You know, my dad was a janitor, and at the school, the kindergarten teacher hashed out the ducks. So the ducks came home. They had the creek and the pond, and we fed the ducks. We fed the ducks fermented corn from the silo, and they all got drunk. And we didn't have pigs at the time, so the pigs didn't get drunk. But the ducks were drunk on fermented corn.
The funniest thing is they eat mushrooms. That's the funniest.
Oh, I've not seen that.
They get high. They act weird.
Okay. I'm going to take a moment because a few people have joined us. If you guys don't mind, I just want to acknowledge them and say hi. Bill Cook is in the house. Welcome, Bill. And I just finished Bill Cook's Carnivore Avenger, and he's posted the link to his channel in the comments here. So everybody take a minute to go and subscribe to Bill. And the Carnivore Avenger should be coming out days, so stay tuned for. Mason is in the house. Welcome, Mason. Aaron Booby Goats is here. Retired Rick and Leon Pets is here. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, have at it. Sorry, just wanted to make sure I acknowledge some people. We can continue talking about poop.
Boy, it's a big topic in the carnivore community. The poop. You know, when's somebody going to come up with a poop channel? You know,
it is. Why does everybody? Yeah.
But there's only one carnivore.
I don't know, but all I gotta say, yeah, all I know is I know Leon. It is 10. So if you'd like to come on and say hi, feel free to join. I'm using a different software now, which honestly, I don't know if I'm happy with or not because my computer seems to be lagging with it. So I have to figure that out. But I can have up to 10 people. So the only thing I want to say about poop is the best thing I ever did for cats is to buy those electronic poop scoopers things. They were quite expensive, but if you're going to blow money on something, automatically scooping your cat's poop is probably the best thing that you can blow, money on, in my opinion.
How do you
especially when you have 4 cats?
How do you separate the poop from the litter?
So there is it's a round tube thing. There's a filler thing on the back. And there's like a little screen in it's electronic, right? You plug it into electricity, and then it detects the cat, and you set the time after the cat leaves the litter box, and it's going to rotate, and it's going to filter out the litter that has not been used, and it's all the little clumpy stuff is then going to get dropped into this tray, and then it's going to rotate back the other way, and it's going to put the litter that's clean back into the in the area where the cat goes, right? And then it detects if it needs more litter, and then it refills it. So I really like it when we go on vacation because then the person who's caring for our cats, as long as we're not gone longer than 5 days, the person who's caring for our cats doesn't have to mess with the litter box. It does it itself. So
amazing. Cool. Absolutely amazing.
What do you do with the cat turds?
Yeah. Well, I mean, after 5 or 6 days, they're all filtered into this trash bag. So I just grab the trash bag, tie it up, and run it out to the trash and put a new trash bag in there. And if it needs to be, I fill the back of it. And then once every 3, we have 2 of them, one in the basement and one in our bedroom. And the only way I'd ever put a litter box in our bedroom is if we got one of these, right? Because you never smell anything and it scoops it. And so like once every 5 or 6, it tells you when it's full. And then I just grab the trash bag, put a new one in, fill the back. And then once every 3 months, I scrub them completely out with like Dawn dish soap and stuff like that. So they don't get like grody.
You just throw the stuff in the garbage, huh?
Rick wants that stuff could you just ship that to Rick? You ship that to Rick?
Yeah, I don't know if it's legal to ship. We have a ton of cat poop. I'm telling you, you could make a lot of strawberry poop gas with that.
I got all
But
my friends
unfortunately,
bringing
we're
me
too far
dog
away.
cat poop all the time. I have to give them paper bags though, because those plastic bags, they don't work too good with my system.
You just cut the bag open and dump it in.
Yeah, it's not a mess. You know, I tell them use a paper bags because I can just drop that right into the tank,
Oh yeah.
and then I don't have to mess with that nasty
Oh boy.
diesel out of plastic. And I had to take my video down because of the government and they're snooping around. But I figured out ways around them. You know, I just hide everything. They don't know what's going on. And I filter my oil so well and I mix it with diesel. It smells like diesel. It doesn't even smell like cooking oil. By the time I get through it, that thing is centrifuge and catalytic cracked and everything. It looks just like diesel. So if Big Brother starts sniffing around, the only thing they're going to get is a foot up their butt.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea, Rick.
Oh, I've been harassed by those people so much in my life. I figured out every way to work around them, and I'm good at it. You know how I keep code enforcement off my back? I turn my yard into a forest. So when they play their aerial photograph games, I tell them it's a nature preserve. Oh, we want to look in the yard. I'm like, you ain't going back there. We got snakes in there. We got poison wood, poison ivy, and I got a big manchineel tree, which you get near that thing, it'll probably kill you. If you don't know what a manchineel tree is, you don't want to know. They have little toxic apples. And if the tree gets rained on and you stand under it, you're on fire. Plus, I got velvet bean back there. You get under that, it makes you itch like you had been bitten by a million fleas. So you go in my backyard and you don't know where you're going, you're going to walk out screaming, itching, and for a week you'll have your skin burning, red. It's horrible. And it's all natural. It's all just nature. You know what they say, plants are trying to kill you. Just look online.
My grandfather, yeah, exactly. My grandfather grew super hot peppers, and he would grind them up, soak them in vinegar, okay, strain it, add tobacco to it, okay, all right, and spray it on his garden to kill insects with.
I used to grow tobacco for that.
Yeah, my grandfather had 5 tobacco plants in his garden all the time. He grew tobacco for his horses, and something about a dry tobacco leaf wrapped around a horse's leg with a wet towel. Then you can just continually add warm water to it from the outside. Something about they're lame or something that helps the horse. And
wow.
Because in 1915, when he started his business, he was delivering milk door to door with a milk wagon with a horse. And the truck didn't come until the 30s. And and he was a lot like you, Rick. He had 4 bolts on the oil pan that stuck out. And he had a little metal tray with 4 little fingers that came up and had hooks on it that hooked onto those bolts, and he'd fill that with hot coals from the stove.
Heated up the engine.
Engine heater so he could start it. That's what you would have done back in 1920. That's what you would have been doing that, Rick.
Well, you should have seen the rig I had for turning plastic into diesel. My friends,
really?
Oh yeah, I had a reactor. It's like a mini oil refinery, and basically you just fill it with plastic. You start it up with gas. You can use propane or poop gas. Once it gets hot, then the residual gas from the plastic feeds the burner, and you basically condense it. Use fertilizer as a catalyst.
I never would have gone there. That could be on a commercial basis. That could be a game changer, possibly.
When we used to have all the tomato farms, they had this plastic. They would take a plow and they put plastic mulch all the way down. And they used to, when they harvest the fruit, they pile it up and burn it. and there was smoke all over the place. I mean, it's terrible. I complained to the county myself, and they couldn't do nothing about it. I started talking to the farmer. Why don't you just recycle it? Oh, you want it? Bring me truckloads of that crap. And I had to wash it off, let it dry, and then I started cooking it. I was cooking those bottles. You know, the vegetable oil comes in these.
Oh
30
yeah.
So I'd rip the cardboard off, put that in the recycle bin, cut the plastic, stick it in the reactor, and then I had what else? It had to be like polyethylene, polycarbonate. It could the PET water bottles don't work that well, and you can even put tire pieces in there, and you put it all in there and you cook it, and just let it cook, and then there's no
Yeah.
smoke because you're burning the gas. And
Yep.
it's a continuous process. It makes about a gallon of diesel every hour. It's a very small reactor, and you just keep stuffing it in there. And the trick is don't let oxygen in there; it'll burn it up. So you have a plunger. You take your plastic, you stick it in there, you start
Oh yeah.
and push it in, and just let it burn, and it heats up. And when you're done, it's just ashes. It's just like, you could throw it in the garden. There's no microplastic. It's all been burned up. It's just carbon.
Don't ever go to war against Rick. He'll make some kind of new machine gun or cannon or something, and he'll wipe you right off the face of the earth.
I tell you, when I was a kid, I was dangerous because when I figured out what you could do with fertilizer, because
Mhm.
down here they wouldn't let you buy fireworks. It's like, oh, fireworks are illegal in Dade County. Wow, it's ridiculous. You could go up to the next county and buy it, but I didn't have the money. I thought, shoot, I can go and I can buy this nitrate fertilizer. The whole bag was $5 back then, and then you get some charcoal, you get some sulfur, you can make your own powder, and you make all the fireworks you want. Then you can shave metal shavings in there to get different colors. You got aluminum, you got magnesium, you got iron, rust, all kinds of great stuff in there. You can make blue and yellow and make rockets. And yeah, I was pretty dangerous. Then my parents found out what I was doing and they took the fertilizer away from me. Boy, was I disappointed.
We used to mold it into the little aluminum foil ashtrays,
Mm-hmm.
and when they would dry, you take one and throw it on the ground hard, it would explode. And so you got a freshly plowed field, and the sun has baked it for a couple days. So you go out there and throw one in the field, and you get a little 5, 8, 10-foot cloud of dust going up. So everybody you'd have a little bag, a cloth bag, and the carpenter's aprons are handy, and you put 20 or 30 of those in there, and you run around the field and throw those at each other, and yeah, we had a bunch. We had some very serious scientists in my high school, and
Did you ever make the homemade mortars?
no, but we made dynamite, and more or less, and my dad's farm had a big gravel pit, so we blew it off there, and we also made performance enhancing drugs, and which was one of which was banned at the Olympics, and it was nicotine inane extracted from cigarettes with a cold water process, caffeine, which you just go by no dose, you didn't have to worry about how to get that, and a vitamin B complex, and you put that together in the right proportions, and the nicotine inane would expand your blood vessels. Okay,
Are you leaving, Jerry?
No. I'm just raising
Jerry,
my
are you
hand.
leaving? No, you're not leaving.
No, I'm just raising my hand after he's done talking.
Do you want to speak?
Go ahead.
I want to say something.
Okay.
My husband's parents allowed him to play with lead soldiers. They used to make their own, melt their own lead, make their own soldiers. They used to play with dynamite up here. That was typical back in the 50s. This was all normal. But I think we have to be careful what we say on Amy's channel. We don't want her to become non-monetized.
Yeah.
So that's why, as a moderator, I just thought, no, shh.
I'm permanently monetized, and you can see why. They didn't like my stump removal video. They took that off too.
Really? I can only imagine what that was.
Well, I went to Lowe's and I bought stump remover. It comes in a bottle, and you pour it in there. It's supposed to dissolve the stump. So let's just say I sped up the process, and I got the stump out of the ground the same day, and it worked really well. I used 2 bottles, and it was a big stump. But when I was done, the pieces were all over the place. And then YouTube, this video does not meet our standards. They deleted my video. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! I just removed the stump. What's wrong with that? You know what stump remover is made out of, don't you?
Well, it depends what you're using, but
Yeah, the old-fashioned one.
Yeah, it's petroleum based.
No, it's nitrate, potassium nitrate.
Yeah, yeah.
They used to use it for meat preservation, as you probably know. It was very common. It's like lye. You used to be able to buy that for the drain. Then they took that away. They've been taking away every useful chemical, so now you have to depend on their system to get what you need. You used to be able to buy this stuff cheap everywhere. 50-pound bag of lye. You can clean grease with it. You can clean your drains with it. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. You can use it to make biodiesel. Now it's a big deal to get it. Now you got to make your own from salt, which is even more dangerous. I've had a couple of accidents where I had a chlorine leak. Next thing I know, there's this green cloud going across the backyard, and I'm running away. And by the time it clears, every insect and every critter in the yard is dead.
So kind of like the video that I made with the poop gas explosion in the backyard.
Hey, real quick, I'm just going to let you all know I have to take off here. I have water dripping really bad in my clubhouse at work.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Oh,
where
no.
It is.
All right, Kelly. Thank you so much for coming on.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So you had chlorine gas, Rick?
Well, I was making lye, which is, what is it? Not oxide. It's sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. And you can use the same process to make muriatic acid, which used to be dirt cheap because all the pool places used to make it on site. Then the government changed the rules. Oh no, you can't do that. You got to be a big company now. So then it went up from like $1 a gallon to like $5 a gallon because of the government. But from salt, from plain table salt, using the chloralkali process, you can make sodium hydroxide, you can make chlorine gas, and you can make muriatic acid, which is what? HCl. It's hydrochloric acid. And so I was doing that at home, and I had a little, let's just say a little accident. And instead of making the sodium hydroxide, it leaked out and the chlorine started coming out. And it was one of those days, it was a cool day and it's very humid down here. And chlorine is heavier than air, and it tends to form chloramine gas. Like, when you put bleach on urine, you get that chloramine gas. Well, this thing went outside, and it was in the morning, and I look and I see a green cloud moving across the backyard. And I ran and I pulled the plug out to turn the thing off, and I went in the house and just waited. And then a couple hours later, I walked outside and it was okay. And then I found like dead cockroaches, dead beetles. Everything was just dead. It's like everything in the yard was killed.
World War I, trench warfare.
The funny thing is it didn't hurt the plants. That's the weird part.
You're dangerous, Rick.
Rick's mushroom cloud in Miami.
Hey, I wanted to play around with nuclear.
Hey, I'm going to say hi. I'm going to say hi to Papa. Papa Peter's in the house, and so is Mason. Hello, hello. And Isabella. I'm not sure if I said hi to you or not, but I want to say hi.
Phil Cook must have been eating squab. Delicious.
They're free.
That's what it's like.
Baby pigeons are squab. If you haven't had squab,
he was catching
squab. It's delicious.
You go downtown and you take a blanket or a towel or a net, catch you some pigeons, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Take them home and pen them up in a pen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully up in the air, at a second story, and feed them there for about 2 weeks, and they will become that location and that home will become imprinted on them, and that's their home. Okay.
Yep.
So after 2 weeks, you open the window, out they fly. They fly down to the nearest clothesline. They sit on the clothesline and take a poop. So you grow your plants right underneath that fence line. Okay. So it gets fertilized every morning. The pigeons fly off and feed all day long and come back to roost.
Mm-hmm.
No feed costs. Okay. You have eggs and meat. You're all set.
That's right.
Free meat. And in it was 1737 when a lot of upstate New York and Pennsylvania wilds, hardwood forest. It was a hardwood forest, oak and maple, mostly hickory. And so people bought the land, then they burned the wood. Dry ashes at the general store paid 12 to 17 cents a pound, depending upon the time period. That's how you made your money to pay off your land. And now you got the land cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Sorry, finish your thought, and I'm going to ask you a question.
That's how I make my soap.
So, Isabella, I think that they just answered your question about the sodium hydroxide was used to make soap. But I want to ask Barbara a question because she's been very quiet over there. Barbara, you just went on a trip, and this was your first trip in how long? And tell us what your favorite part of it was.
This is my first trip since before Carnivore, because I was homebound and didn't leave my house due to severe anxiety to the point of seizures. I couldn't be with my mom. I couldn't travel to be with my mom when she died because of my seizures. I couldn't be in public, couldn't travel, couldn't leave my house. And of course, I was over 400 pounds. So when I started this journey in July, my first walking video, I said, I have a dream that one day I'm going to walk on the beach. I'm not going to watch from a window. I'm going to be the one walking on the beach. And I did that this weekend. I walked on the beach and it was beautiful.
And you're such an inspiration to everyone that you meet and touch. I think I can speak for this community that anyone, and I'll never forget, like it's been just short of a year since I found your channel. And I know it's been short of a year because you and I went carnivore like approximately 3 weeks apart from each other.
Yeah.
And everyone who comes across your channel is just like so inspired by you. It's kind of like, I have to admit, you're keeping me up late at night. But it's just like one of these things that you're kind of like this addiction now. Like your channel is a safe place to go. We don't have to talk about carnivore. We can talk about carnivore. We can talk about other things. As long as we're on our best behavior and not being disrespectful to anybody else, we can pretty much talk about whatever. And there's crochet going on, and there's all kinds of stuff. It's just a great place to be.
We have lots of good times.
And there's been a lot of laughter.
Yes, and laughter.
There's been a lot of laughter on your channel, even through painful events like brown rice and other things that we're not going to explain here. There's a whole video. If you want to find out what that means, go to Grandma's Crochet Corner. Mm-hmm. So what was your favorite? Was that your favorite part of your trip?
There was a lot of, fun things about the trip that, just a few months ago, I didn't think I'd do. Being in a public place, going in a public pool. I went into a wave pool for the first time, and I did things with my grandkids. You can see on that video, it helped me get into the wave pool, supporting me. I was able to get into a hot tub for the first time in my life. I have never been in a hot tub. And I spent so many days, and I was over in the hot tub. It's like the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I also had a 1,000-pound barrel of water dumped over my head that my daughter had managed to catch on camera. But there was a lot of fun things.
Yeah.
I think I was set up, to be honest. Yeah, just go ahead, Mom. Go take a walk in these little spray things, you can walk through, like I don't know what you call it, like a spray mist. And just
Yeah.
as I did,
Yep.
this whole big 100,000-gallon tub tipped and landed on my head. And everyone thought that was just the funniest thing in the world.
Yep. If memory serves me right, yeah. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, the last thing I had to say is I got to live this weekend.
And if memory serves me right, when you started out, you couldn't make it to your mailbox
awesome.
without stopping to catch your breath.
I couldn't walk to the bathroom, which is just outside my door right here, without sitting down halfway there. I couldn't even leave my house. I couldn't go down the steps without assistance. I couldn't even dress myself.
This is definitely in the top 10 stories of all carnivore stories. This is definitely in the top 10. Definitely.
Oh, wow. But
I agree. Grandma and Bill not. Where is that coming from?
I know, right?
I don't know.
I thought it was
I hope it wasn't copyrighted.
Yeah, so I had a great weekend.
Barbara, are
That's
you having a
awesome.
live tonight?
And Jerry, you had a nice trip?
And it's going to be a panel because we didn't have one last night because my power was out. So
fabulous! Yay!
I don't know if we'll be able to do the blanket giveaways because I haven't been able to contact Debbie, so might not do that part. But
Gotcha.
we're going to have an open.
Gotcha.
Oh no, not Milton.
Hi, Dustin.
Milton, no. Milton. No, Milton. Get out of there. Milton. Goodness. You are a black menace. You know that? You're chewing on the wires again.
Oh no.
This menace.
One way to stop you from being able to be with other people. I love Milton.
Cat probably knows that.
He's so cute.
I love you, Milton.
I
love you too, baby. Don't worry.
I love my kitten. He's 14 pounds now. He's a biggie.
Oh, he weighs more than my dog.
This cat is so fast. Let me tell you something. Don't let his size fool you. Cute though. It's cute.
Baby doesn't even weigh 4 pounds, Rick.
Really?
Really.
This animal, though, I'll tell you, he is powerful.
14-pound cat.
You have no idea how strong this cat is. I love this cat.
Amy, if
Terry says, "Oh yay, panel night." Yes.
Amy, if you can you drop Barbara's channel down below because I want to have Ellen come onto Barbara's channel. Ellen, you will love Barbara's channel. She starts at 8:00 our time in Wisconsin, 9:00 Eastern. But you need to hop on there, Ellen. You will love it like we do.
I'm surprised.
I'm also going to drop Juliet's channel.
Terry G, we can't.
So let me get this. I got it right here. All right, here's Grandma's. Maybe.
Thank you, Amy.
Yes.
I got to find that shirt there, Cindy. I think my daughter stole it and hid it on me. I have a shirt that says, ask me about my explosive diarrhea. And I wear it when we go to restaurants with my daughter so I can embarrass her. My shirt disappeared.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I love that.
Well, you could take that shirt and stuff a pillow
So
in it and sew off the bottom. Now you'll have a special pillow.
yeah.
hold on, let me get this. I'm also going to post Juliet's channel because she shared earlier, and something's going on with my chat, and I don't know what's going on in the software. I'm not sure what's happening. And funny thing is, I rebooted my computer before I set up the stream, so I don't know. Hopefully, this doesn't happen next week for the pizza cook-off.
Oh no. It's just different software, that's all. And I am on my cell phone, so I can't read the chat nor interact on my end, so I'm clueless.
I have both chats up and everything.
It was laggy for me a little bit on my end, but it apparently it's Google Chrome that's causing my computer to be laggy.
Wow.
And I've closed a few tabs because I had too many tabs, and so it's doing a little better now. But of course, we're streaming through Google Chrome, so I can't close everything in Google Chrome because that's what's running the stream, right? Is Google Chrome. So this software must take a lot more resources than Talk Studio does. Well, and I'm pushing to 3 channel. None of you are restreaming. You're not restreaming this, so I'm wondering how that will go next week. But Terry Sue's on Facebook. Hey, Terry Sue. I see your comments, Thomas. I saw that you emailed me, and I will look at it after the stream. And speaking of which, oh, CB's here. Hey, CB. Coach Angela Mullins is here. Welcome. We are going to, so I wish I was a big enough channel that I could roll all of my viewers over to the next person, which of course would be Barbara, right? Because she goes live right after me. But I don't think I can do that until I have 1,000 subs. So I can't roll my viewers over to you yet, Barbara, until I become a bigger channel. Do you guys hear those dinging noises? Or is that just me?
Once in a while.
I don't even ding.
Something is
Nope, not at all.
Something
No
is
dinging.
dinging on my computer. Interesting. I wonder what that is.
I'd love to help you figure it out.
Gosh. So, yeah. So eventually, when I become a bigger channel, I will. Computer, stop. Computer, stop. My Alexa is talking to me. Oh my gosh. And okay, its name is computer.
I think
And
that out.
I'm working in a room where there is a computer, and so every time I work during the day, and so I don't know why I put the wake word as computer, because I'll be talking to my customers about their computers, and every time I say that word, and I'm like, because I have to name them something different in every part of the house, right? I just have to name them something, because if you name them all Alexa, then they all answer you. If your house is very big, I don't have a big enough house to like use the same wake word on every Alexa. So I named them different things in every room. And this room, I needed a new wake word, and the only one left was computer. That was a bad choice.
Yeah.
So it just started talking to me now. I'm like, shut up. Oh my gosh. I am not keeping up with these comments, guys. I apologize. I love you all. Love everybody who's commenting. If you do have something, Uncle Charlie just said, Amy, since I cut out the butter and a bacon, the inches are falling off of me. Well, yeah. I probably should do that too, and I'm going to be giving a presentation. This is the dinging again. I really don't know what I set up that I may ding, but stuff is dinging. I I'm going to be doing a presentation Thursday, and I couldn't pick a topic. It's for Kilts. It's for the Kilts private group. So I've decided to talk about something I've already talked about on this channel, but it's going to be about things like why people struggle on this lifestyle and why people don't lose weight even though they're seemingly doing everything right. Like, what are some of the things that need to be looked at and checked? And, what are some things that people can do? Partly because I'm one of those people, right, that struggle on this. So I think that's going to be my topic for Thursday. What do you think, Jerry? Do you think that's a good topic to talk about?
I think it's fabulous. I want to point out something that happened on Cindy DeManch's channel today. Her husband's glucose level was going up his meter, and she attributed it to the fact that he had a lot of protein today. And some of us know that we've heard people say steak equals cake. For some people, Paul is shaking his hand. Optimal word here, Paul, is some. For me, my optimal word is cheese. Cheese and me are not friends. Cannot be. I will stall on it. So I think Cindy DeManch's husband would be in that category. Myself, my opinion.
And also, everyone's different.
And he was able to prove it.
Right.
He was able to prove it because he was measuring his glucose, and when he was eating protein, it was spiking his blood sugar. And there's videos out there on it. I don't think it happens to everybody, but I think for some people that can happen. Yes. And I've heard that. And then they said, I think it might've been, it was Menawa said this, that when you're having a diabetic, like when your blood sugar is too low.
Yeah.
She eats cheese, and that will raise it up enough
protein.
For.
And that'll bring it up. Not eat something sugar, eat protein. Which makes sense, right?
Yeah, because most diabetics are like, I got to take these sugar pills, or I got to drink orange juice. And that's junk. I'm sorry. It's garbage. And so eating, I mean, you can do that, but then you're going to swing yourself.
No. Here's the thing you got to understand, okay? What's low to one person may not be low to another, okay? And you really have to know your body, okay? Let's say I'm in a critically low situation. I'm very low. I don't know when I'm going to pass out. Okay, I don't know when I'm going to pass out, and maybe go into a coma and or die. Okay, I don't know.
Right.
I need quick relief. Okay, I personally rely on Smarties. Okay, the candy. It's dextrose, pure sugar. Okay,
right.
And every 15 little Smarties is 6 grams of carbohydrate. You can do the math, okay? And it's very hard when you're in this crisis situation to not overconsume sugar or overconsume anything, okay? Because your body wants to live, and you're scared, okay? You may not admit it, but you're scared, okay? Now maybe I see myself going low, and I'm not that bad. Okay, maybe I'll eat a steak, some beef or a couple eggs, and it'll slow down, it'll stop, it'll slowly turn around. I had time, but sometimes I don't have time on my side. My meter's already gone down to below 40, and all my CGM says is low, and I can't even function to do a finger stick, to do a traditional blood glucose level, okay? And this is going to vary for people. Let's just say you're a diabetic and you're walking around with a blood sugar of 180 all the time, and you discover keto or carnivore, and now 100 you're shaking at 100 because you're not used to it, okay? And as you keep bringing your blood sugar down and you get used to it, well, now 70 is where you start getting shaky or whatever. I feel good down to 55. Okay. But when that alarm goes off
too.
at 55
too.
and it drops down to 40, I start getting scared. I live alone. I don't have somebody here to help me. Okay. And a lot of diabetics live alone. And I just started wearing a bracelet. It says I'm a insulin dependent diabetic. Feed me. If I pass out, feed me. I didn't know I could put it on my phone, but I just put my medical messages on my phone today. I'm an insulin dependent diabetic. If I'm passing out, feed me. Juice, sugar. Okay.
Okay.
Juice is good because I can pour it in your mouth even if you're passed out. I can put sugar between your teeth.
That I agree with. If you're passed out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if you're passed out and can't chew.
And a lot of people.
But I'm just repeating what Menno.
Yeah, when it gets down to 50, 40, and before it gets into that emergency state that you're talking about, emergency state, yes, I agree. Maybe a little bit of a swallow of orange juice. But before you get to that emergency state,
Yeah, me too.
It's getting low, then all you need to do is take cheese and have a few bites of cheese because it's got natural lactose in it and it's going to bring your sugar up. Dr. Berry talks about it all the time.
Yep.
So this is why we're saying have cheese. It's not at that point where you're going into, the lower end of emergency.
It's true, exactly. And cheese, because of the associated fats, it's going to be a slower reaction. Okay.
But it's still going to bring it up because it's already been proven.
But it's going to take time, and that's the hardest part of being a diabetic.
It's not that emergency point yet. So that's why cheese is recommended.
Right.
When it gets to that emergency situation where you've got that fear going on, then you're absolutely correct. But everybody's different, Paul. What might work for one person may not work for you.
Well,
If
this is why This is why I said you have to know yourself, okay?
That's right.
And
exactly.
There was a time years ago I would go low so fast. And the other thing is your rate of descent, okay?
Yeah. You have to do
you
it
look at,
but don't be close-minded if someone else is
I know.
doing
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying it's just and that's the most difficult part of diabetes control is number one, not overshooting a correction of a low, and not overreacting to correcting a high blood sugar. Okay, because then all of a sudden you're doing this. Looks like your graph on your CGM looks like a zigzag sewing machine. You like a more level line. But that's where the carnivore diet normally eliminates those really steep peaks. Okay.
Yeah.
And, meat, protein takes a long time. It takes quite a while there's a lot of type 1 diabetics that eat a carnivore diet. They don't take their insulin until after they eat because it's the reaction of the protein is going to be so long, and they use a slower insulin, and they can actually take their insulin after they eat. They don't have to take it before because they're not chasing that big spike. Okay. And I didn't know all this 2 months ago, okay? I've gotten smarter recently. Well,
things change, over time, what we know, is change. You learn. Science changes all the time.
I mean, I have watched everything Amy Curran has put out, just about. And she's got these nice little videos where she shows you exactly what she's eating, exactly what she's doing, and how she makes very small corrections. Who injects half a unit of insulin, okay? If you look into how small a unit of insulin is, and she estimates a half unit. Huh? Blew me away when I first started this. I was like, huh? What are you talking about? And so I said, well, she must have a special syringe. So I looked up special half unit syringes. They make them, but she doesn't use them. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God. And she uses these little tiny candies to correct her blood sugar. And she does it very, very slowly. But she just in the last week or two, she was out on a walk and she went critically low. And she needed more than her. She was stumbling to get back to her where she had what she needed. And the one time in her life she kind of went out and was somewhat unprepared. And if you happen to be a diabetic and you wonder, what if I go low? What do I do if I can't? What if you can't get to what you need? Sugar, okay? There's none in your car. It's not in your purse. You didn't take it when you left the house. I have a little tube that goes on your key ring. It's got an O-ring in it. You can unscrew it. It's like an aluminum tube, about 3 inches long. Guess what fits down in there? One package of Smarties, 6 grams of carbohydrate. It's on my keychain, ready to go. I have it with me. You almost always got your keys with you. So I'm in a crisis situation. I got 6 grams of carbohydrate. $1.99 on Amazon.
Got a new person here. Chicken Dinner 2851. Welcome, Chicken Dinner. I don't think I've seen you before. Thank you for tuning in. And honestly, oh wait, here's Juliet's channel. Sorry, Juliet, I missed this earlier and I couldn't find it. I already posted Grandma's channel. I'm probably gonna wrap it up because Barb is coming on in 20 minutes.
Yes, so I need.
Where did Rick go? He's just like been a blank screen. I wanted to ask Rick a question about next week's recipe because I have not practiced the recipe yet. Have you, Jerry? Have you practiced a recipe?
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Nothing.
And I know Thomas has been practicing his little heart out because I think he really wants to win it. And so that's on my list of things to do this week, but I have a presentation to prepare for Thursday. I'm in the middle of filming another cooking video, which I can't say.
I'm gonna head out, guys.
Oh wait, did you announce that you passed? All right, Barb, we'll see you in a few minutes, okay?
Bye,
Thank
Barb.
you for joining us.
See you in my basement.
Bye-bye.
Did you pass the baton? Did you pass the baton to the person? So they already know it's me,
Yes.
right? They already know it's me.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm working on the final leg of the meatloaf recipe. And unfortunately, it's taking me 2 days to film that. So I haven't had time to practice this chicken recipe. So it could this pacemaker pizza recipe. So it could totally be a disaster next week. We'll see. But there's going to be, let's see, it's you, Thomas, me, Aaron, and then Rick and Milton are the judges.
Isn't Kelly in
And
there too?
Rick gets to decide who. Oh, Kelly's in there too. Yes, Kelly's in there too. I forgot. Yeah. So Kelly, so it's probably going to be a long live stream, guys, because for each of us to get through how we're making the pacemaker pizza and everything, I don't be surprised if it's not a couple hour live stream as well, because we each need our due time. And then unfortunately, Rick has the pressure of making a decision. He has to pick one, and no feelings hurt, guys. This is just for fun. It's not for $1 million. It's not for 1 million subscribers or anything like that. But Paul, I just want to say you are welcome here anytime. And we may not, when people have differing opinions. Oh, okay. So there's a ding. I just got a subscriber. The bacon's dancing.
Right over your face.
Welcome, Refined Fire. Thanks for right over my face. Paul, we love you. Okay.
I know.
And this goes for for everybody in a community. As long as we can have differing opinions sometimes, right, Paul? We can have differing opinions, and we can still get along, and we can still love each other and be kind and courteous.
Yep.
There's another.
Always.
I don't know what all the dings are. It's like dinging every 5 seconds in my ear. I don't know. I'm hearing things, but there seems to be, and it seems to go in waves. There seems to be, and it's not. I'm not just talking about what happened with Paul, on another channel. It seems to be happening with other people as well. And I just want to do a public service announcement to maybe encourage people to let's think before we speak. Think about people. Okay, we can't leave yet.
Oh my God.
We can't leave
Still
yet.
here,
'cause,
people. What the hell?
think before you speak. And sorry, think before you speak. Let's be kind and courteous. And sorry, Kurt, you just broke my train
Yeah,
of
I
thought.
feel like you're talking
And let's
about
not,
me.
I'm talking about a lot of things. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what happened a year ago when I first joined this community, and I got really irritated at the way people were being treated. There was, and Rick will be the first to admit that he had a misunderstanding with Carrie Mann. There was a creator that was just totally dissing people on his channel. And I had to leave that channel for a while because I'm like, I didn't even want to become carnivore because of some of the stuff, I'm like, why would I want to be a part of something that is like that? And then a couple years ago, they were bashing keto people, right? And I was keto for like 9 years, and they're like, well, if you're keto, you're not doing stuff right, or this or that. And I'm like, why would I want to be a part of a community that's like that? So my point of all of this is we really need to think about things before we say them. And even if a vegan shows up in here, we need to think about,
I welcome.
is this somebody that maybe could benefit from this lifestyle? Yes. Now, if they're in here being disrespectful, like John Spud, and talking trash and saying stupid stuff, yeah, okay, we're gonna block them. But if they're coming in here and they're just legit asking questions, and maybe they're challenging respectfully what we're saying, I think we need to entertain that, because this might be somebody who might benefit from this lifestyle. And Kurt, you came back, so I'm going to turn this over to you because I feel like you probably have a lot to say.
No, I honestly, I'm not here to create any disturbance whatsoever. And I've already said what I got to say on my channel, and that's where it stays. I don't go to anybody else's lives and dominate with this issue. It's a moot point right now. It's let a sleeping dog lie.
Well, yeah.
So
I just have to say, I think what happened to you was wrong. I've known you, and we've been friends for the last year. And first of all, let me just say this, guys. This John Spud, broken back Caranive, he can't even spell carnivore right. This person who came on my channel was saying some pretty strange things to me. And I know I can't point which direction you're in. This guy right here would never do that. Okay, he's a stand-up guy who would defend women, right, and not say trashy, nasty things to them. Among the other things that were said to, like, my friend Russ, and I know Kurt's been on Russ's channel. Kurt loves Russ, right?
I mean,
so
his choice of teams, leaves something to desire. But yeah, I still like Rob.
Right.
Where I'm
Oh
going.
yeah. Well, okay. So that's the other thing. We love our Fighting Irish,
Yep.
both, and Kurt's from around my area, and that's the only thing that we bash Russ about, is that he's a Buckeye and we're Fighting Irish. But what I'm trying to say here is, I have some suspicions about who I think it could be, because I definitely think it's somebody but here's what's going on. Will I ever say that publicly? Heck no, because I have no proof. I don't know, right? I don't know who it is, and I have no proof. Am I going to create discord in a community that I love? No. Will I block the person if they start being disgusting and nasty and rude? Yeah, probably. But I'm not going to just start pointing out people in the community, because that's wrong. I'm sorry. It just is.
You know what's funny?
It just is.
Here's the funny thing. I want to interject if you don't mind, Amy.
Sure.
People,
Absolutely.
this person, I don't know who you're talking about. I came back after my exit. I posted my exit and a couple others from my other channel. I remade this channel to correspond with my email because my first channel, Meathead, was not the correct one. It had a personal email. I didn't want people having it. So that was, I think, Bill, the fly fisherman, asked me for my email, and I said it's in my profile. Well, it never was because I had things mixed up. So I corrected all that. I brought the videos over from when I exited to show everybody. This is what happened, and everything was kosher. You're welcome back anytime, Kurt. That's what his last words were when I left. And then this I don't know, I hadn't even come back. I took a hiatus and I took a break from all the nonsense, the carnivore nonsense, the disparage between channels and carbs and all this nonsense. I got family here. I got better things to do. That was the best, I don't know, 8 months, 9 months of my life.
Yeah. You stated to me, well, your in-laws were in town for a long time. Yeah. And then you had also said that, and I kind of feel this way too, sometimes just the BS that goes on between, there's a lot of noise. Let's just remove the BS. Yeah. There's a lot of noise in this community because everybody, and you pointed this out, Kurt, in your video, everybody's trying to sell. They're trying to sell their drama. They're trying to sell their channel. They're trying to make the latest and greatest likes and clicks. Well, not me either. That's why my channel sucks, right? That's why I'll never probably even hit 1,000 subs, which I don't care because it doesn't matter. I'm here to help people, and the people who need to find me will find me. Yep. But there are creators out there that are actually making money at this, and the only way that they can continue to make money and is to chase the latest and greatest topic, right? The problem with that is they're now saying things like, you got to add carbs back in. You gotta, they're frightening people about what's in the water, like what's in the bottled Pellegrino. They're going after every little thing. Now they're going after Redmond salt. We got this thing with Redmond salt, and then they're saying, well, then another creator saying it's minute enough. And I'm telling you guys, I'm coaching people, and one of the number one complaints I'm getting when I'm talking people is there's just too much information out there, and I don't know what to listen to, and it's very confusing. And that's a problem. That's a big problem in this community that people, not necessarily people who are new, some of these people have been trying and struggling for a long time, and they're like, well, I listen to this person and I do that, and then I listen to this person and I do that, and none of it seems to be working because they keep just they're just getting all this different information from a ton of people. And so that's the other problem. And so, I feel like sometimes people need to take a break from it and just tune out and just write up their own plan and just do their own thing. And there's just so much noise out here.
Well, people,
and I don't know. That's my soapbox.
These people are doing nothing, and I'm going to use this word is in an endearing way, but it's a naughty word. These people are doing nothing but whoring themselves out to make a fast buck. Get in. You strike while the iron's hot. That's what they want. And if you want to be a sellout, then that's your cup of tea. Go for it. I'm not a sellout. I value loyalty and truth and honor versus money. Rick, you can attest to how I feel.
That's what I was saying in my chats.
So
and Rick's the same way too. Rick's that kind of person too.
Yep.
Yeah, no, so like that's my 2 cents in it. And you know, people say you should make a video on this. GOP won this, that. Okay. I've had a couple somewhat clickbaity things. Okay, a couple clickbaity things, like when I went to Vegas and I ate a salad and I'm like, oh, I fell off the wagon because I ate a salad in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But that's like but it's like there's people out there just, I know, Rick, and I'm never gonna live that down, that I didn't go to the Heart Attack Grill and get the real. Well, actually, I think your burger is the real Heart Attack burger, but I didn't get the Heart Attack Grill burger. And now you're gonna razz me forever. Now you're gonna razz me forever because I went to Vegas.
We're gonna praise you because you didn't eat that duck food because it was probably fried with seed oil.
Well, it probably had seed oils in it.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
So I went to the other restaurant that used seed oils.
You know what the Heart Attack Grill used instead of seed oils?
Hydrogenated
Pure lard.
tallow.
Lard?
Pure lard. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they do. I should have gone there then.
There you go.
That was their.
Where did we go?
As they'd say, the stick. They always said everything is fried in pure lard. That was really unhealthy. It's pure lard. And they'd show them putting the lard in the deep fryer.
Wow, that would have been really good.
Yeah.
But the good thing is
CB,
you can make Rick a Heart Attack
the
burger.
Carnivore police are here.
Uh-oh.
CB's here calling me out, and he's legit the Carnivore police, saying I'm a rabbit, I'm a salad eater. Joke. Yeah, no one's ever gonna take me seriously ever again.
I seem to be immune to the Carnivore police.
Well, you're immune to the real police, I think.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I'm a total quack.
What did you do? You said you threw eggs. You threw eggs at
Code enforcement.
rotten eggs, like
Duck eggs.
at code
yeah.
enforcement. I mean,
Really old,
CB, plug your ears.
No,
really old.
never,
duck
Rick.
eggs.
There's
They
one,
fell out of the sky.
Rick. I'm gonna talk over you because you never, and CB will attest to this. You never admit to anything. Never.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, that he
fell out of the
does.
sky.
Yeah.
No, they fell out of the sky.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
pretty sure CB's en route. I'm pretty sure CB's en route to your house right now. He probably already has your address.
They were very old, and they went pop when they hit.
Oh.
They just fell out of the sky.
And poor ducks.
I know.
Well, you know what happens when they abandon their nest? Some eggs don't hatch, and then they sit there and they deteriorate until they explode. Well, somehow the eggs went from the rotten nest onto the head of the big fat code enforcement guy, who I used to call Fat Bastard from the Austin Powers movie. Remember that? This guy was so fat he could barely walk. He almost had a heart attack.
How fat was he, Rick?
He got him. He had to be 500 pounds. And I was cutting up some tree branches, and he was snooping around. I came out with a chainsaw, and he looked like he was going to fall over. He was like having a heart attack. You know, he out of breath because he saw me with a chainsaw.
That's a scary sight.
Oh. Here's Milton. Look at the fluffy tail. Look at Milton. Hi, Milton. Love Milton.
My gosh.
Let's see.
Oh, no, don't play with the keyboard. Milton.
Okay.
Did you knock me offline?
No, you're still on
What
mine.
Is
happened?
that a dinner bell?
Milton.
So I can't
So,
do all.
yeah, if you guys-
here, I'm sorry. Hi, Paul. Hi, Rick. Hi, Sister Jerry. Hi, Amy. Is this all of us?
That's it.
Okay.
That's just, yeah, some people laughed.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna shout out your channel. Well, the one that's got the videos about what's been going on is at Meathead for Life. At Meathead for Life. You also have one called Against the Grain.
Yeah,
Right? Against the Grain.
That is defunct. I don't use that channel anymore. That's my original old
Okay, so
defunct.
and I have just to say for the record, I have like 6 channels.
Oh God.
I have 6 accounts. I've got this one is a branded account, okay? And some people don't know who I am when I go into the live streams and I post as Ketorockstars. So I have one that I use only for viewing, and I apologize to the people who subbed to that one because it's got nothing on there and never will, but it's Rock and Coach Amy.
Okay.
So when you guys see me in the live streams, I try to post as that. So people know, they generally know that's who I am. So don't criticize people for having multiple channels. That's not something that's uncommon, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Knock
I
yourself
don't.
out.
You know?
Yep. It's like having more than one wife. If you can deal with more than one,
I mean, I've-
then that's all on you. One channel, one
Only
wife,
got one,
one life.
I can't really, but
one channel, no wife.
I
Good
only
luck with
have,
it.
yeah.
I got a cat.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I have two channels. I have two
Got one.
channels. This one is all going to be keto carnivore stuff, and then I have a Rockin' Life with Amy, and that's so that I can do, like, I think I did a live stream with my family showing old movies and music stuff because I'm in the music world, but I may post on that one like 2 or 3 times a year. That's just so I don't bore all you people with, like, my Broadway concerts
Oh.
and, you know, my
Right.
50-year-old home videos that
Yeah.
nobody knows who's in it.
If-
Although I have to say, Aaron did show up for my live stream for that.
If I can just toot my own horn, yesterday, June 6, 2026 is my second year. 600 and what is it? 630 days. What is it? 365. So that would be 730 days. Would it? 730? Yeah. 730 days. Carnivore.
Carnivore?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I mean, I
Yay.
fell off the wagon,
Woohoo!
but, you know, I
Happy carniversary.
oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, don't count the falling off the wagon. You're fine.
And yesterday
Nobody's
I
gonna
was
judge that.
doing some research. Yes, I'm an old fart. It was my 40-year high school reunion they had last night, also on my carniversary. So I ended up calling the person who held it and had a nice chat with them. Yes, I've been
Nice.
out of high
That's
school for 40
awesome.
years.
Uh,
Reunion this year.
I've been out for
Fabulous.
52 years.
Oh, rub it in, Paul.
Yeah, well, you know, you youngsters
see.
got to learn to keep up.
Yep.
You know,
I
I
agree.
think Amy was born when I graduated
30.
high school, 79. Weren't you, Amy, 75?
Nope. 76. I'm a bicentennial baby. And I'm so
Awesome.
excited I got my t-shirt because it's
Right.
God bless America. It's 250 years and I'm 50 years old. So 250 and 50. So I had to get my I'm 50 and it's 250 shirt.
Fabulous.
Sorry. That was a little emphatic.
yeah.
Do you have bicentennial quarters?
I was
Do I
I
know?
was 20 on the 200th. I was 20 in 76.
I'm sorry, I was 9.
I went
That's
I
why
went to
9 is my lucky number.
the biggest fireworks east of the Mississippi I saw in Syracuse, New York. Budweiser put Schlitz Brewery put it on. Yep.
I just started high school in 76.
Yep.
Wow.
And very good year.
Elementary school.
Oh,
You
the
know?
70s were fantastic.
I mean, you know,
Except for the disco.
my first
Disco.
concert I ever saw was Charlie Daniels in 1974. Saw Charlie Daniels.
A lot of disco.
Oh yeah, baby.
Bell bottoms.
And if you had
Disco.
if you had the guts to get
Disco
out there on the dance floor, you were a star.
Don't be a cluck. Disco duck.
Chicks loved the guy that tried to dance. Chicks loved him. Do the hustle.
Hold on. Hold on. I mean this.
Can you see Rick on the disco floor at 60 years old? Talk about big.
Yes.
Talk about when you hit 60, Rick. That's going to be a blowout birthday.
You think so?
I think we'll make it whether you like it or not.
What about the heart attack I'm going to have?
No, you're going to make it to 60. I predict it. Let me look into my hat. Yeah, I can see the answer. Your heart attack will not happen until you're after 60. You know, Rick, you're probably going to go to the grave on some crazy thing. You know, poop gas generator blows up in Rick's face,
Miami.
and
In Miami.
the man
Backyard
who
nuclear
hoped for think about a book. The man who hoped for a heart attack and lived to be 100.
Or Rick falls in the canal and gets eaten by alligator trying to chasing an iguana.
Yeah. The iguana lived and Rick died.
Yep.
Boy, Rick, we're doing you in, Rick.
Or I built a backyard nuclear reactor and it melted down.
Oh God,
that's better.
So that's what that 12-foot little dome, geodesic dome is back there, huh?
Or you build a big EMP and it blows up.
That I think that's about the smallest. Well, you could make them a little smaller, but it's amazing. Yeah,
Sorry,
whatever.
I'm just reading.
Anyway.
I'm reading some of these comments. See, that's where CB called me out. The carnivore police, Amy salad eater joke. I honestly miss vegetables. Okay, but I will say, since I stopped eating them, I feel so much better. So something in the vegetables. Okay, so I think somebody always says, like, nobody just eats raw lettuce. Nobody just eats raw lettuce. And I'm like, well, I would sit there and chop a salad and I would take a piece of raw lettuce and just eat it. So yeah, there are people who just like crunchy vegetables.
Just eat a bowl.
Yucko.
Just eat a bowl. Eat a whole bowl. Eat a whole head of lettuce without any croutons, any seeds.
No.
I told my wife last night. She says I need to make a salad. I said, do you really like salads? I said, why don't I go buy a head of lettuce and just you eat the whole head of lettuce? No, I need croutons and seeds in the salad dressing. I said, then you don't like salads. Rabbits eat lettuce.
Yep. So do ducks.
And we eat rabbits.
A salad is a carrier for a fat-laden dressing. Bread is a carrier for butter. Okay, you're not eating the bread; you're eating the butter. Damn it. Okay. And
skip the.
It's what is popcorn without butter? It's nothing. Okay.
Hold on, you're taking for granted that people are using real butter. They're not. They're using that fake margarine.
Yeah. The movie house stuff is awful.
Oh.
Well, it depends.
Disgusting.
It's here's the thing you have to understand. Go to in whatever town you're in, there's a bakery that's famous for wedding cakes, okay? And you probably think, and you may think that they make that from scratch, okay? Guess what they do not? They have cake mix back there, okay? 50-pound sacks of it.
Yep.
And you cannot compete with the chemists at the food company, okay? You can't compete with those guys, okay? And so there's basically two kinds of cake mix, okay? There's a plain, and then there's I guess you'd call it just, and all the chef does, or the pastry baker does, is just adds whatever flavorings they want to it, and they make beautiful cakes, okay? And you can't compete with that. You don't have the ingredients, you don't have the technology, you don't have the master's degree in chemistry to do it, okay?
Except Rick.
And Rick. Well, a lot of that stuff can be figured out by brutal, just plug and chug. Keep working at it. And there's a lady who came up with a skin cream, and she had 50 different. She modified her recipe 50 times. And finally she says, here it is. And she made millions of dollars on this stuff, okay? And these scientists are brilliant. And that's why they can addict you to stuff. They know how to attack your addiction centers, okay? Right. And there's, Before cigarettes, who was in trouble in this country legally was the sugar companies. 1940, we had 4 big sugar companies, and they were going down because the scientists were showing that sugar is the root of all evil. Okay, all disease is sugar, and the sugar companies said, "What are we going to do? Hire the best attorneys we can," and they pointed the finger. Look at that fat over there, saturated fat. That's the issue right there. Okay. And so the sugar industry prospered, okay, did very well. What do we give all our soldiers? And every little meal kit was 5 little cigarettes, coffin nails. Everybody knew smoking was no good. So the scientists modified the cigarettes, they modified the tobacco. You are addicted to it. So who's going to save the tobacco company? Those same lawyers from the sugar company went over. You have no clue how big the settlement was in the tobacco, the Golden Leaf settlement, which settled with all the tobacco companies. You have no clue how big it is, okay? Billions and billions and billions of dollars, and they never touch the principal, okay? This stuff is tied up in the stock market, and it's the sisters of KB Reynolds Sisters, okay? It's a nonprofit. They give away millions of dollars every day to nonprofits that need it. Okay. I had a very close friend. We lived together. What the hell? And she could call up on the phone. I need a van for the special adult needs in my county. Okay, we'll write a check to $40,000 to the Chevrolet place. Go over and pick it up. Okay. And just tons and tons of money.
Well, the same thing. The cigarette companies sent their chemists when they got taken to court in the 80s and 90s. They sent them over to the food companies and started buying all these food companies up.
They bought, and you know what Pepsi owns? You think you drive? Pepsi owns. They own everything. Okay. Doritos is owned by Pepsi. Doritos is owned by Pepsi. Okay, Tostitos is owned by Pepsi.
Topo Chico.
Okay, yeah, owned by Pepsi. Okay, Pepsi's got 25 brands under their umbrella, and you think who thought you'd be the potato chips? The one potato chip company is owned by Pepsi. Okay.
Yep.
And just soda. Just soda alone in the United States, our tax dollars, which go to the SNAP program, food stamps, okay? We give $10 billion to Pepsi and $10 billion to Coca-Cola in just soft drinks to our tax dollars, okay? $20 billion.
So they can do more research to make it more addictive.
Well, that's just in the sales. That's just the money they're making on the sales.
Oh.
And
Rick, what are you doing? They banned that. They banned that SNAP benefits from buying
in some states.
Stuff.
In some states, yes. It's spreading. But you cannot deny that minority person their right to a soda or a Twinkie. You cannot deny them that. It's not. That's the argument they make, and it's just like now in the schools, bullies have a right to be in school. They have a right to an education. You cannot deny. You can't ban them from the school.
But ban who?
Yeah,
bullies.
No, they can be banned. They can be banned. You can be expelled from school. I have a friend. They get expelled.
What are you talking about? Banning what?
Bullies.
Oh shit!
They get expelled.
Please.
Not in every school district. They don't.
We went. I went through school, and I was one of the ones that was bullied up until my senior year, and that's where I got my. If you want to say I got my no take a shit attitude anymore. That's where I got it my senior year when I came back from California. But I got bullied all the way through school, and
Yeah.
I lived through it. You know, I mean, what's wrong with
Well,
these cupcakes?
mm-mm.
Really?
If you fight back, you're just as bad, and the victim's
No.
more likely to be expelled than the bully.
Yeah.
That's
That's what happened to me.
my
Clean up.
grandson was just bullied. He put on he's a world class Irish dancer. Okay, competes on the world stage. So they have a talent contest. He's 11. He's in the 5th grade. All right. So they have a talent show, and he puts on this unbelievable Irish dance exposition, right? And afterwards, the class bully pummels him into the ground, blindsided him, pummels him into the ground. Okay? From behind. And fortunately, he got caught on videotape and audio. And they school had no choice in that matter, but
That's
it's it is. And when I was a kid, I thought, well, by the time I retire at 65, all this racism and
well, see that attack on your grandson could have been considered racial or because of the heritage, because it was because of the dance.
well, the audio pointed it as an actual hate crime.
That's what that's
Okay.
good. That's good.
Because of what he was called, you know what I mean? You could put 2 and 2 together. I don't have to say it, and he's not a fighter. He's not a fighter. He'll talk to you, and he'll say, let's discuss this, but he won't fight you.
I tried to blow up the school.
Oh, God.
Man after my own heart.
All I did was end up launching a garbage can.
That's it.
God.
Yeah. It went way up, too.
So did you take a chemistry class when you were in high school?
I did, because I needed an easy A.
Yeah, okay. I got it.
My grade point average was a C average up till junior high, but it went to straight A's in high school.
So I have to tell you this, Rick. I almost failed chemistry in high school, but I was like in the top 10% of my class. And what happened was I got sick. I got real sick for like 2 weeks, and I missed 2 weeks of classes. And then when I got back, the teacher was sick, and we had some substitute teacher, and I missed out on like 4 weeks of material, and I just couldn't catch up. Like, I ended up getting a C. It was like the only C I ever got in my high school career. And like I said, I graduated in the top 10% of my class in high school, but that chemistry class, I was better at biology and math and all this other stuff, but I don't know. It was so. You and my sister, let's see, did you go for industrial engineering or electrical?
Electrical.
Okay, my sister went for industrial. You were my sister's an industrial engineer. You and my sister are like a lot alike, and your smarts and the engineering thinking mindset, right? And I'm a different type of like engineer mindset. I'm like the computer programmer type of engineer mindset. But the electrical and I've told you before, I can do a lot of things with a computer, but I just barely passed my certifications on the electrical side of things because it's one of those things. It just hasn't stuck, like the electrical stuff.
Can you cook an egg on your computer like Rick can cook a steak on his manifold?
No.
I'm sorry.
But so no, that's good. So when you talk about like I'm like, I'll just come straight out here, and I am terrible with electricity, and I memorized enough to pass a test. And that's all it was memorization. Like, I memorized the answers even though I didn't fully understand it, which that's the problem with education today. Okay, I got to get on my soapbox now, because when I went to Notre Dame, it was flipping hard. It was hard. And when we had to take tests, like if it was a standardized class like accounting, okay, or economics, and it was a major, everyone, no matter what your major was, which mine was management information systems, we all had to get our butts in there at 6 a.m. and we all had to sit for the same test at the same time and it was closed book because they didn't want any cheating at Notre Dame. So they would get 300 students in the north and south dining halls and every classroom that they could. And at 6 a.m. was your accounting exam. Didn't matter whether you were going to school for accounting. It didn't matter that you were going to school for, economics. If you were like me in computer science, it didn't matter. Yeah, it didn't matter. We all took the exam at the same time so they would eliminate cheating. Now, I go back to school and I'm like at Ivy Tech and everything is open book online and it was so easy. I mean, they're like, you got a 4.0 from the community. And I'm sure Notre Dame is probably like that now. I don't think it's I can't say for sure. I'd have to talk with someone who takes a class there currently, but I don't know that it's as hard as it used to be. And so it's kind of like, I don't know. I have a problem with that.
Electronics, everything was open book, and we encouraged that because we told them, don't go by memory. Look up the information. Anyone that made a closed book was a dumbass because that's not good engineering practice.
Well, and so that makes sense for what I do for a living too, because it's basically troubleshooting and problem solving. And really, as long as you know where to find an answer, you're going to solve the problem, right? If you know where to find the correct answer, it's going to give you the tools that you need to solve the problem, right?
The thing is, open book or not, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be able to do it. And that's what I always told my students. You can bring in whatever information you want. The internet wasn't that big till later, but I said, you can look it up online. It doesn't matter. It's a problem. And a lot of them were labs. We would actually build circuits. I would create problems. They'd have to figure it out. That's what actually is an industry, This stupid college nonsense is just like a form of like hazing. It's that stupid fraternity crap. They make you do dumb things that don't make any sense. That's what the college system is for a lot of majors. It's a waste of time. You got to give people the mindset. Hey, we're going to solve this problem. That's what you need to do.
I'll be back.
When I went to college, I was the last engineering class, okay? So I was the last class to learn the slide rule. Last class. Yep. And 1974, as a freshman, I had to learn the slide rule. The next year, we went to scientific calculators. And that was kind of that ball of wax. And engineering school will teach you how to think. And I can remember my most fascinating day. It was physics, and they put the equation up there. So we're going to calculate how fast you got to go to achieve orbit from Earth. You have to achieve 17,500 miles per hour, or you're going to fall back to Earth, okay? So every time we launch an astronaut and they go into orbit, they went 17,500 miles an hour to get there. Otherwise, they fall back to Earth. And I was just, I was stunned. I go, oh my God. And our first rocket couldn't get the Mercury capsule into orbit. Couldn't do it. What was that thing called? The Red Star or something? Red Star something. I can't remember the name of it. Then they went to Atlas.
Everybody, I gotta go. So I'm sorry, Paul.
Yeah,
it's okay. We could do this all day long.
But I got to get back in with the wife. Yes, Amy.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, and you're welcome here anytime. You know that, and we love you here. So thanks.
Well, I
we
love
appreciate
everybody.
you.
All right. Well, I said I had to go.
Good night now.
Have a good night.
Everybody.
I'm probably gonna wait for Jerry to come back because I would hate to end the stream.
Yeah.
she wouldn't know what happened, but and then we're gonna end it too, folks, because Grandma's on. Grandma's been on for like 30 minutes, and I hate stepping on top of her live. But and next week we're doing a pacemaker pizza, where well, we're attempting to do the pacemaker pizza. So what's going to happen there is Jerry, Thomas, Kelly, myself, Aaron, we're going to make what we think is the closest version to Rick's pacemaker pizza. And Rick is going to be unbiased because he likes all of us, and he's going to judge the pacemaker pizza. And he's going to, him and Milton are the judges, and they're going to determine which one that they think is closest. Are you up for that task, Rick?
You know I am, just like the heart attack burger. Milton.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, Jerry's not back yet, but I think we're going to go ahead and end it. Thank you all for being on. This is 2.5 hours. Holy cow. I'll text Jerry and just let her know it was time to go so she doesn't get mad at me. So I'm going to say thank you, Paul, for coming on. We love you too. Rick, of course, you know,
Thank you. Yep.
Our brother from another mother. And then Jerry, love you too. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to you all because you know what we got to do. We got to do the rolling credits. Bye, Rick. Bye, Jerry. Bye, Paul. Okay, guys, here we go. You're making myself big here. How do I do that? Here we go. Actually, let's do this. And then good night, everybody. Have a good night. Here are the credits.
Lights fade low, the bacon's done. We rocked the stream and had some fun. Ketorockstars in the rocking crew. Stay strong, we're gonna roll with you. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. We're gonna keep rolling on. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on. Rocking till the credits roll.